What's up, y'all? It's me, Nate Almighty, and I'm back with another Power Book 3, Raising Kanan Season 3 theory and prediction video for Season 4 as well. And today, Famous' death is revealed. He will be killed by Rock for being a loose end that ties her to Malcolm Howard as the feds zone in on her as being the leader of a criminal organization. We may even see her have Kanan do it. Famous is not a street guy, and therefore Rock would assume he is a rat. And that's before she finds out that Famous also seen Kanan's paternity results. Join me as I explain every detail you may have missed that reveal. The writers have been giving us clues toward this outcome since as early as Season 2 of Raising Kanan. This video is going to be yet another banger, so go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel so y'all can get this fire every day. And since you know you love this channel, you can support this channel by sending a donation to the Cash App, jpeterson91, or blessing your brother with a super thanks right above the comment section in your phone. Thanks in advance. Now without further ado, let's get to it. All right now, people, so let's break it down like this. The finale of Raising Kanan Season 3 was definitely one to remember. Unique aka Breeze made his return. Crystal is now pregnant. Ronnie is now dead. And Kanan had to watch his mother kill his father, Malcolm Howard, in cold blood. And we also seen Famous get arrested for killing Freddie. And his mother found his gun and took it to the police. Which, by the way, I correctly theorized this happening in the exact same way last December. And even though in that same video, I made an attempt to connect Famous to being Kanan's cellmate in OG Power Season 1, I still see 3 to 4 scenarios that are just as likely to happen that will result in Famous being brutally murdered. And in the death of Malcolm Howard, the biggest reason we could see Famous die by the hands of Raquel Thomas is being made aware, because he's a witness that could connect Raquel to Malcolm Howard. And the reason why I'm entertaining these possibilities is because currently where it all stands, if Famous stayed in jail and never came out, nothing major enough happens that would motivate Kanan to name his son after Famous. So there are only 2 ways that can happen now. Famous bails out, kills for Kanan, or takes a murder charge for Kanan, making it easier for Fame to be tried as an adult, thus leading him to be Kanan's cellmate years later. Or Famous makes bail, and either Raquel or Freddie's crew put Famous down, leaving Kanan to feel an immense amount of guilt, leading to him naming his son after Famous. However, the death of Malcolm Howard makes things look very bad for Famous either way. Because since Howard is dead, the feds now will focus on Rock and Lou if they have no real evidence on Marvin. And there are a whole lot of ways to connect Raquel to Malcolm Howard. Let's all remember Adina and Captain Burt still have all the evidence of Raquel being Howard's informant and baby mama, making it so she will have to get rid of those 2 people as well for sure. There are 2 very, very loose ends the Thomas family must clean up. And when you have Famous, who was just encouraged to point a finger at Malcolm Howard while under arrest, you can begin to see where this is going to go and how Rock will see that Famous is just another loose end. And let's add on to the fact that Famous will definitely be able to figure out Howard is Kanan's dad, since he already seen the paternity test results with Howard's initials on it. And he also was there in episode 1 of Season 3, when Rock and Howard showed up together to talk to Kanan. Famous is foolish, but he is not a dummy. And he is also not a rat. And he has proven this already. Famous will never snitch on anyone. Otherwise, Kanan wouldn't have named his son after him. But that doesn't mean Rock will see things that way. To her, he's a young punk who is not a hustler, making him useless in her eyes. And when she finds out that Famous also is looking at the possibility of getting a record deal, she will think he will use this as an excuse to rat. But this is how this will go. Famous will endanger himself by connecting the dots with Howard and asking Kanan about it. Kanan will tell Famous the truth at some point and instruct Fame to keep his mouth closed. Kanan will be the one to bail Famous out as well, as we remember when he got arrested the last time. No one was able to bail him out. Kanan will be able to afford it this time. And somehow Rock will find out what Famous knows. And she will tell Kanan, "That's your friend. He gotta go." Kanan will, of course, refuse. This refusal can go two different ways. Rock will arrange for Freddie people to get Fame, or she will find a way to convince Kanan to do it himself by making him think Famous is snitching, only for him to find out later that Famous was never gonna switch up, leaving him to feel an immense amount of guilt, making him a real killer for killing someone he loved since he was 4 years old, changing Kanan's life forever.